Hi, sweetie. Hi, good morning. You know I don't mind it. I like being able to see you in the morning, even if it's only for a few minutes. Besides, I don't have work today, so I can just go back to sleep. It's fine, I promise. It's not a big deal, but I know you're gonna feel guilty anyway, so how about this? You can make it up with me with a hug. I promise I won't pull you back to bed with me no matter how much I might want to. Unless you give me a good reason to, of course. Oh, you give the best hugs. Do you know that? Even when it's sort of awkward arrangement when I'm still half laying down and you're leaning over me. Oh, a kiss too? That wasn't even part of the agreement. Not that I'll complain, obviously. But your lips feel really warm like you have a fever. Do you feel okay? Well, I'm glad you don't feel too bad, but will you humor me and let me grab the thermometer just to be safe? I know that I have a tendency to worry, but please. Thanks. Wait here, I'll be right back, okay? Here. Oh wait, what's it say? Oh, you definitely have a fever. Not high enough that we need to get you to a hospital or anything, but far too high for you to go to work. Of course you cannot go. I know you're a big girl and you can say you can push through it and be fine, but... And believe me, I know better than anyone else how wonderful and capable you are, princess. I remember back when we were still only kind of knew each other. I was always in awe of you. You certainly caught my attention. I was so nervous when you asked me out. Of course I said yes. How could I not have? Well, I'm not sure that it was yes so much as absolutely incoherent mess. Hey! And wait, that's not the point. The point is that even though I've come to see a more private or intimate side of you, and not that that's a bad thing or anything, it's absolutely never made me think any less of you. The opposite, actually. I'm just less constantly a flustered disaster since I've learned to trust you won't judge me. So that's not my concern. But you're not doing anyone any favor by not taking care of yourself. You feel better soon if you stay home and rest with, like the added benefit of not risking getting your coworkers sick too. Unless that's secretly your ulterior motive, I guess. Everyone got some coworkers they don't like, after all. Yeah, I know, you're way too nice for that. But it only makes my point, right? You have no reason to go. Well, if those things are important, then either you get an opportunity to work on them when you're feeling better, or if they're that urgent, then your coworker can work on them, right? It's okay to be a little more selfish sometimes. You're allowed to ask for help now and then, silly. You're always pulling a little bit more than your own weight. Helping out where you can. I think that's one of the many great things about you, but you're hitting a breaking point eventually doing that. It's not like you're being punished for needing to take a break from time to time, sweetheart. Good girl. Now get back into your pajamas, lay back down, and get nice and comfy. I said I wouldn't unless you give me a good reason to. I was half joking, but you being sick is a pretty good reason. Alright, may I see your phone? Thanks. Well, if you're not going to work, then your boss should probably know that. No, I'm Sophina. I'm her girlfriend. I'm not sure if she's ever mentioned me by name. Perfect. Well, I just wanted to call and tell you that she's not feeling well and won't be coming in today. Yeah, she'll be fine. It looks like she has some standard flu-like symptoms and a fairly high fever, but I think she'll be fine after a couple days of rest. Of course, I will. I'll be keeping an eye on her. Thanks. I'll be sure to let her know. You too. Bye. He said that he hopes you feel better soon, and to tell you, quote, we'll have things under control so she doesn't need to worry. Make sure she takes the time she needs. He did. Would I ever lie to you, sweetheart? Exactly. And now that you're stuck with me all day on my day off, you better be prepared to be pampered like a princess like you are. No, but you're my princess, sweetheart, and I want to treat you like one. Or more than I usually do anyway. And you can't stop me. Sure, but I want to. You get all cute and flustered whenever I get super affectionate, and it's irresistible adorable. So, you be a good girl, and stay here while I make some tea, okay? Is there anything else you like? No? Alright, I'll be back in just a moment, okay? Hey, sweetheart, here you go. Some medicine for your fever and a warm mug of tea. The tea's definitely a bit hot, so be careful. Oh, it's lavender chamomile tea with a bit of honey. I know tea and honey is maybe a bit cliche when you're sick, but I just think it tastes good. The fact that it might also make you feel better, my princess, is just a valuable bonus. How is it? I'm glad. I know you and I have slightly different preference for this sort of thing, but I tried to get the right amount of honey in there for you. What for? No, sweetheart, this isn't something you need to feel bad about. I told you, I want to pamper you more than you could ever possibly imagine. The fact that you're sick is so unfair of the world that such a wondrous flame of happiness in my heart, so be so rudely forced to endure this. I just want you to be happy, my love, and if I have the power to make that happen in small ways or big ways, then that's what I'll do. Simple as that. I don't think you realize just how contagious your happiness is. Well, I would hope that your illness, whatever it is not so contagious that I'll get sick by it. Though I'm not so concerned by that I'm not going to stay here by your side. For one, I mean, we live together. We share a bed. At this point, I'm not too worried about exposure. If it's yours, I don't mind catching it. I'm kidding mostly. No, obviously, I better prefer not to get sick, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. You're too soft and comfy for me to be able to resist cuddling you. I was going back to bed when you left, remember, and you needed to rest too, so it all works out. How about that? I knew you'd like it. You can't resist a good cuddle any more than I can. So, let's finish our tea, cut ourselves back to sleep, and when we wake up again at more acceptable time, when the sun is also more awake, I'll make some breakfast for us. I'm thinking pancakes? My dad would make pancakes pretty much every Saturday morning when I was little, so I always associate them with comfy, lazy morning with people I care about. So, they seem perfect today, Aw, I'm glad you think so too. I'm not so sure yet. I think we have a handful of different flavor options. We could do blueberry, chocolate chip, maybe banana? Or maybe I'll use the bananas for smoothies. Though I'm also tempted to make banana bread. Yeah, I don't think we have enough bananas to do all three of those, but I'm sure we can make it work. That's true. We can figure out later. I can always make sure to get extras the next time I go to the store anyway. Either way, we have a full day ahead of us. Plenty of time to do various things together. For now, though, have you finished your tea? Good. Then lay down with me. And let me wrap my arms around you, nice and snug against me. It's not too tight, is it? I'm glad you make a good little spoon. I just know that I always tended to hold my plushies a bit too tightly when I was little. I'd like for you to be able to breathe. Okay, perfect. But as long as you're comfortable, let's get some more sleep, okay, princess?